Welcome back to another NHL Playoff 2021 prediction. This is the last one, but this is the most important one because it's the Montreal Canadiens against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back to another special edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your coach, the hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy, back in the Stanley Cup booth for another great prediction between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to give you all the information you need to know for this series. And wait until to the end of this video to know where is my prediction for this series. But before we start, we want to invite you, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also on the Facebook page under the Hockey Nation Live Show. And you can reach me on my Twitter account called the Coach Frenchy 10X. So let's dive in right away about that series. You can see right now the Montreal Canadiens are 3-6-1 against Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs are 7-2-1 against the Montreal Canadiens. The shot, not the shot, but the goal, the Toronto Maple Leafs are 34 versus 25. And the shot are pretty even, 28.4 Montreal, 28.3 the Toronto Maple Leafs. The power play for the Montreal, 18.2 versus the Toronto. And the Leafs are 22.2 versus the Montreal Canadiens. And finally, the PK, 77.8 Montreal, 81.8 the Toronto. And the face-off pretty even, 50.7 versus 49.3. Advantage, of course, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's dive in a little bit more deeper at what happening between both teams during the 10 game and also for the teams during the season 2021. So let's dive in right away about that one over there. First, I want to explain to you how this works. First, let's jump in the middle of the screen where you see all the 10 game results. You can look about this. I don't want to talk too much about, but I'll give you an idea what happening between the final score of the series between Montreal and Toronto during the last 10 games of the season. The leader for the Montreal Canadiens is Tyler Toffoli at 52 for game. He has 48 goals and 44 points. Jeff Petrie, defenseman, the best defenseman for Montreal this year, and 55 games. He has 42 points with 12 goals. And finally, Nick Suzuki has 41 points and 56 games. The leader for the Toronto Maple Leafs, listen, this is amazing. The offensive they have. Matthews, 41 goal this year and 52 games. Mitch Marner, 67 points and 55. And the captain, John Tavares, at 50 points and 56 game. The goals for the Montreal Canadiens, they are 17 in NHL at 158. And for the Toronto, they are number 6 in NHL at 186. The goal, again, they are 165 for the Montreal Canadiens, 18 in NHL. And the Toronto, pretty good on goal evens. Goal against, they are 7 in NHL, 148. So that would give you an idea for me is the goal again versus the goals for. It's both advantage the Toronto Maple Leafs. The power play, pretty even, both team. 17 in NHL for Montreal, 16 for Toronto. And also for the PK, they have the same number, 78.5 with 23rd in NHL. The goaltending advantage, again, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Campbell, an amazing, great year this year. 17-3-2 at 2.15, 0.92-1. And Frederick Anderson, we know he have a lot of injury this year. He has a 13-8-3 at 2.96 at 0.895 for the goaltending for the Montreal Canadiens. Carey Price, 12-7-5, 2.64, 0.901. We know he missed a lot of games also, like Anderson. And Jack Allen has 11-12-5, 2.58 at 0.907. Solid year overall for him. The wild card for the Montreal Canadiens, we have to go with Tatar, 30 points. Josh Anderson, 17 goals, but did not score the last 13 games. And then, of course, we have to go with Brendan Gallagher, 14 goals, but again, him, so he did not play for the last 12 games for the Montreal Canadiens. Finally, we have to mention the two-way center, Philip Dano, have to play a big role for the Montreal Canadiens against Toronto. The veteran Corey Perry not only bring his leadership, but I'm sure he's going to disturb the other team, the Toronto. We have 9 goals this year, and the veteran Shea Weber, after missing a couple of games, he's going to be ready for this series. For the Toronto Maple Leafs, the wild card, William Nylander, 17 goals this year. Morgan Riley have 35 points. Hyman, 15 goals. Spezza, 10 goals. Of course, Murzin and Foligno as going to have a big role to play against the Montreal Canadiens. If you go back in the middle of the screen or the graphic, at the deadline, Montreal pick it up. Eric Stahl, John Merrill, and Eric Gustafsson. Toronto get for Riley Nash and Mike Foligno. Foligno and Nash going to be in the lineup, and we expect Merrill and Stahl in the lineup for that series at the beginning of the series. The shot net, pretty even, 6 and 7 in NHL, Toronto and Montreal. The block shot, again, they are pretty even. You can see Toronto 19, Montreal 21. But the hit, it's all about Montreal advantage, 27.9 versus 17.8. This is a big advantage on the hit for the Montreal Canadiens. Look, before we mention this, we're going to have another video to tell you the game number 1, the lineup, the roster, and all the information. This is only for the prediction, so I'm not going to talk to you about who is in, who is out, everything like that. Just check the next video following this video to know more about the game number 1 between the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's dump a little bit more about the roster breakdown. This is about the GSVA and the TOI for each player. I'm not going to give, again, all those information. Take a time to watching who is to have a great year, everything like that, and also the season stats for the all season and the Corsi, the XG, the goal, the shot and dirt, and all those information, the last 20 games, the head-to-head, and you can see for me, I believe, I'll be honest with you, the Toronto have an amazing, great advantage for the Montreal Canadiens. This is to give you a little bit more information. This at the left side is a record in straight during the season for the Montreal and also Toronto. You can see the offensive advantage Toronto. You can see the number, the expected goal, the shot attempts, a little bit different right there, but the overall offensive Toronto. The projected goalie, big advantage Toronto because Jack Campbell have an amazing, great year this season. You can see goal save above right there, the save percentage and slot save and everything is all advantage Jack Campbell versus Carey Price this year. This is the 10-game result, the date and the final score. And finally, on the right side, the defense team are pretty even. You can see those numbers. I will slippery, give a little bit advantage for Toronto for me. And then finally, pretty even also for the special team. But again, Toronto have an amazing offensive, but they struggle on power play. I'll be honest with you. In the last 20 games, this is a Serie probability. What they expect an 82.7 chance that Toronto beat the Montreal Canadiens versus 17.3. The play driving comparison. This is goals for. X goal again at 4, and also and the Corsi, the Fenwich, and the goal 4 versus the XG8. This is all explained. There's this 5 versus 5 per 60 minutes. You can see advantage more the Toronto Maple Leafs on that graphic, to be honest with you. Let's move on to the next one, and this one is the offense shooting comparison. Again, the Toronto Maple Leafs a little bit more over the Montreal Canadiens. The defense and goaltending comparison. The defense is pretty even, but the goaltending advantage this year, the Toronto Maple Leafs. And then finally, my prediction for the series Toronto Maple Leafs. And you know already this. You know how much I love the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Montreal Canadiens, and a big fan of the Montreal Canadiens. But I go with the logic. Not with my heart. If Montreal win, I would be happy. But the Toronto Maple Leafs going to win this series between Montreal Canadiens and the Leaf, Toronto Maple Leaf in 6. This series is going to win. So that's my prediction. But I want to mention to you before we close here, don't forget, we do all the live stream of the series Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're going to be on tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time, Thursday, May 20. That's the first game of the series, so I look forward to see you. And don't forget to join us and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And finally, of course, you have what, Coach? You have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great day, everybody. Good series for the Montreal Canadiens fans and for the Toronto Leaf fans. This is the first time they play each other since 1979, 42 years ago. Montreal and the Leaf played the last time in the Serie playoff. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the series. Bonne journée, mes amis. On se reparle un peu plus tard.